Hi, in this video, I will be showing you on how to create class and make use of class calendar. For your information, class management function is only available for professional and enterprise version. As for class calendar, it is only available for enterprise version. The objective of this process is to implement attendance checklist. If you would like to have attendance to be implemented, this process is vital. Now let's take a look at the overview of this process. First of all, you need to create category and then you need to create subject. After that, you need to create tutor's profile. Later on, you need to create room, which will be the place for the class to be conducted at. Finally, you can create class for the subjects that you have at your center. I would like to explain the difference between a subject and a class in SimTrain. Subject is the product that is created for the purpose of creating class, in which it consists the pricing details of the subject. For example, English for Primary 2, which costs 50 ringgit. Whereas, class is a selected subject conducted in a particular day by a particular tutor on specific days and at a particular location. As for the first and second step, you may view tutorial 1 video, how to create product and subject. For the third step, you may view tutorial 3 video, how to create tutor. Now let's go to class management shortcut icon to create class. We are now at the Add or Education class, and this is where you are going to create class for the subject that you have at your center. As you can see here, there are elements that are required to be preset, and one of it is room, which is the location that the class is going to be conducted. Click Add next to this drop-down menu and you will be directed to Add or Edit Room. You may create the room database for all the rooms where tutor is going to conduct a lesson. First of all, you need to insert the name of the room. For example, I'm going to put in lab. Then, if you wish to set the capacity of the room, you may insert in capacity input field. Capacity here defines the maximum number of students the room could fit at a time. After that, you may set the RGB color for that room. This color is going to appear in class schedule, in which classes that are assigned to a specific room will be allocated in that color that you chose here. For example, I'm going to choose red. You just drag the arrow to red shade and then save. Now that we have created a room, let's go back to Add or Education class to create the class. Refresh the page of Add or Education class, and then you may start to create the class that you have. So for example, I'm going to create an English class for Primary 2. So first of all, I need to insert the class code that represents the class. For example, I'm going to insert ENG-B2 and select the subject, which is English for Primary 2, and then select the period of when the class is going to be available. So period is very important. It is because you need to select the correct period, because when you clone the class, you want to have it cloned to the right period. So I have selected the class to be available in April and select the tutor who's going to teach this class. And next, select the class type. There are 4 class types, which are weekly, weekly times 2, whole month, and special schedule. For weekly, when you select this kind of class type, you need to select a day in a week of which the class is going to take place. For example, I'm going to select Wednesday. So it means that this class is going to be held every Wednesday. So for weekly times 2 is class that is held twice a week. So you need to select the first and the second day of when the class is going to be held. Next is whole month. It's 4 class that is held throughout the whole month, and there are 3 selections, which are Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, Monday to Sunday. And last but not least is special schedule. It is for class with flexible timing, and if the class is held on different days and time, you may apply this class type. So for example, an art class is held on every Monday at 9 a.m. and on Thursday at 11 a.m. So let's switch back to weekly type. And then I'm going to select the room of where the class is going to be conducted in. And next is insert the duration of how long the class is going to take place in hours input field. For example, this English class is going to take place for an hour. And then insert the default start time. And it must be in 24 hours format. And the default end time will be auto-generated as shown here. And also insert the maximum number of students that this class could have. As for the description input field, usually it is auto-generated from the subject that you selected. And after that, click Save. If you are an enterprise subscriber, you have the privilege to class calendar function. Let's go to homepage and click class scheduling shortcut icon. You will be directed to class calendar. Here at class calendar, you may create class. Besides creating class, user can also mark and print attendance, replacing in students, do tutor replacement, and edit class details. As you can see here, the calendar can be set to two different modes, which are employee and room. If you select employee mode, the calendar will be based on the tutor that you have in the system. So select the employee group, and you will see the employee that. And then if you select room, the calendar will be based on the room that you have in the system. You may also view the calendar by today, by week, and by month. To create class with calendar, you have to drag and drop. For your information, the time interval between each row is 15 minutes by default. However, you may change it at general settings. Go to home page and go to master data, go to primary master data and click general settings. Scroll down a bit until you see calendar slot time and insert the minutes here. After that, save. Going back to class calendar, drag the time slot from when you wish the class to start at to when the class is supposed to end at. For example, I would like my maths class to start from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So I just have to drag from 11 a.m. to 12 and release. And then you just insert the required input fields based on the earlier steps provided. So I'm going to create a class for primary 3. It's a maths class. So I'm going to insert the class code as mt-p3. Select the subject. And the period is auto-generated based on the drag and drop that you did. Select the tutor. Select the class type. As for the day, it is also auto-generated based on the drag and drop. The same applies for default start time. For maximum student, I'm going to put in 5 and then save. So here is the class that I just created, which is Maths for Primary 3. And here is the days that the class is going to be conducted. So close this box. So as you can see, previously I already assigned the color for this room, which is lab. And it is in red color. So that's why the allocated time is in this color. Apart from creating class, you can also mark attendance from class calendar. Just click on the class time slot or right click on the class time slot and the box will appear. Select mark attendance and the attendance checklist of the class will appear. As for this one, I already registered a student inside. So if the student is present, you just tick on the checkbox, and if the student is absent, just leave it blank. After you already marked the attendance, click Save Attendance and then click Preview to view back the attendance that you have taken. You may also print out the attendance that you have just marked. Close the box. And for your information, you can also print the attendance by clicking Print Attendance. So you have to download the PDF version of this attendance. and then print it. Close the box. And besides that, you can also replace in students from other class to current class with this function. Right click and click replace in. A box will appear when you click replace in. So you key in the student's name who wishes to be replaced into the class. For example, I'm going to select Tim as he wished to be replaced into this maths class. And Tim is from science class and he wished to be replaced from the 13th of April class to this maths class. So click choose. And when you hover your cursor over the time slot, you will see that the student's name is highlighted in red. So it indicates that this student is being replaced from other class. Also, when you right click and you press mark attendance, you will see aligned with the student's name is bright red cross, which indicates that this student is replaced from other class. So as you can see here, aligned with Tim's name is bright red cross. And if you like to delete this student from this class, you just press in this cross. Close this box. And another useful function on class calendar is tutor, date, time, and room replacement. If there's any changes to the class on specific dates in class schedule. If you wish to replace tutor, just click this input field and a calendar will appear. Select the new date and time and then click done. If you wish to replace a tutor, just click on this drop-down menu and select the new tutor who will be in charge to teach this class. Also, if you wish to replace the room, click here and select the new room. Insert the remark input field to note a certain event that happened which leads to the replacement, such as tutor is on medical leave. And then click save. Close the box. Last but not least, you can also edit class information from class calendar. Right-click and select Open Class. If you have mistakenly selected the wrong information for the class, such as wrong selection of class type, default start time and day, then you may edit it back. You can reschedule the information, but the attendance will be affected in a way that the captured attendance will be empty. If you would like to make any changes to class type, day, and default start time, you must tick reschedule checkbox first, only then you can make a new selection. Let's say if you have mistakenly selected the class type from another class and you would like to change it, tick reschedule checkbox and then change the class type. If you directly change the details of the class without clicking the reschedule checkbox, the schedule won't take effect at all. However, there are elements that will take effect directly without having to click reschedule checkbox, which are tutor and room. Please be reminded that reschedule means that the existing attendance of that class will be wiped out and it will be based on the new changes. So that is all for create class. Thanks for watching.